Hey guys, it's me Suja over here. Welcome back to another video. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about is it easy to run out of money in Bangkok? I actually got this message from a subscriber, and I thought of making this video. If you're new to my channel, the name of my channel is called Sujo in Vietnam. I've been living over here for 7 years in Vietnam. I was an English teacher before, and then I started my online digital marketing business, and now I'm a full-time YouTuber. So if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. I stay in the countryside, so you'll be hearing a lot of hens and roosters, so don't mind about that. Um, so I just wanted to talk about this, this topic, like, is it easy to run out of money in Bangkok, Thailand, right? Now, I'm pretty well aware that, if you travel around in other locations in Thailand, like if you go to Chiang Mai or if you go to Chiang Rai or other locations like Ubon Ratchathani or Rayong and all those locations, all those different regions and cities in Thailand. It's going to be very cheap. It's going to be very affordable, especially like many expats, they like to relocate to those locations. I don't know about Phuket. Phuket is kind of a bit expensive, and of course. Like even when I was in Pattaya or Pattaya, it's just that the culture is very different over there. It's all the time, people are drinking around, and like you drink in the afternoon, go out to the beach, and go in the evenings, drink more, party and everything. So from my experience, because I was there in Pattaya for 1 month, and I'd rented an apartment over there. And I mean, it's just that initially, you start making the frequent visits to the ATM machines, taking out a lot of money, taking out, maybe, like 3,000, 5,000 baht, like on a daily basis. I mean, it's just that let's just stick with Bangkok, all right? If you are planning to come to Thailand, or if this is your first trip to, if this is going to be your first trip to Bangkok, um, if you're going to be, it depends. Like, if you're going to be staying out here if you're going to be staying in Bangkok for 2 weeks, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine because like you have your like you have your travel allowance, like the budget. But still, you got to be a bit, like Bangkok is a city which is filled with temptations. I wouldn't lie about that. Like when you first come to Bangkok, the hustle and bustle, and of course it also depends where you're living in Bangkok. Like if you're going to be staying downtown in Sukhumvit area, where you have a lot of touristy places and a lot of expat joints, chances are that you're going to start spending a lot. You're going to start spending more money for going out, for eating and everything. Or if you're hooking up with a Thai woman, or like if you're dating like downtown city and all that. Yes, you do start spending. I usually, like when I go to a downtown city, I like to go to my favorite mall, which is called as Terminal 21. I avoid going to all these other fancy restaurants, and these Japanese restaurants and everything, because that kind of, like maybe you'll end up paying 350 baht, Thai baht, for a lunch or something. But I'm not going to be, so that's going to be around, so I'm not, like maybe like I think $10 or something for the lunch and everything. But, like what I do is I just go straight to the food courts. If I go to a mall and all that, I go to the food court, I charge my card, I buy a food court coupon, the reloadable card. I pay like 100 baht, and that gives me the freedom to move around inside the food court area, like select my favorite Thai food or whatever. I can eat a pad Thai, or I can eat a, you know, like a Thai basil, or maybe pork stew with rice or something. It's going to be around like, I think, 45 to 50 baht. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I would get something for 35 baht. This is like at Terminal 21. And of course, you can even enjoy a smoothie or a shake. It's like 25 baht or something. If you're at the food courts, like if you're going to Terminal 21. So it depends, like, it depends how you want to live your life in Bangkok. Like, do you want to live the high end life? Because, like I said, Bangkok is a city of temptations. You do have a lot of high end luxury brands, high end luxury restaurants, bars, rooftop bars. Personally, I've never been to a rooftop bar in Bangkok, so maybe I may not be in the best position to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, those get really expensive, right? Like, you may be shelling out a lot of money for that. But also, if you look at the other side of Bangkok, like what I have experienced, the local people, the local Thai people, they don't live like how the expats live, right? So they live like a very they eat very they live very simply. Like I've even eaten in local Thai shops, open shops, like where I've enjoyed a very delicious pad Thai, or rice with pork stew and everything. Like as low as 50 baht, or maybe like 70 baht or something. But because I was in Thailand last month, and usually when I go to Bangkok, I only stick with Thai food. I avoid going to McDonald's and these Western outlets and joints. Crying baby outside. So yeah, I mean, so I like to, I like to live like a local, and that way, I'm able to, manage my expenses wisely. And of course, this is going to be very handy for most of the expats if you're planning to live long term. I'm not talking about, if you're going to be living in Thailand for, if you're going to be living in Bangkok for 2 weeks. But if you are going to be staying for a month or 2 months or 3 months, eventually that comes down to you, because you're not going to be partying all time. You're not going to be going to those Western expat joints every day, or you're going to be going to Nana Plaza, every night or something, because that's going to start really blowing up your budget and everything. So eventually you start really living like a local. Like you rent up an apartment. Like maybe you can rent an apartment, as low as uh, you know 5,000 or 6 or 7,000 Thai baht. But of course, there are some terms and conditions for that. You have to, those are, I mean, because, like local Thai people, they don't spend a lot for accommodation as expats do. Like if they want to be renting on a monthly basis, they usually pay around 3,500 baht, 4,000 baht, or 5,000 baht tops. But of course, they have to, there's like this, you have to pay 1 month advance or 1 month deposit. But like, because, and of course, if you are having kind of a work permit in Thailand, if you're coming for employment, or if you have a residency, like a kind of a temporary residency visa or something, and it's very easy for you then to find more affordable locations in Bangkok, and pay these kind of prices. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to be booking with Airbnb and all those apps, if you're going to be booking for a month, accommodation I think would be around, like 10,000 to around 10,000, 8 to 12,000, or 8 to 13,000 Thai baht per month, and maybe electricity you need to pay extra. So Yeah, I mean, so it depends, like what kind of lifestyle you want to live in Bangkok. You can live like the high end lifestyle. You can go to those high end malls like Siam and all that. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. I do love to go to those kind of malls, but I don't buy anything. I just do window shopping or just, because it gets so hot in Bangkok. I like to go in the malls and just, just cool down and, just sit down or, just maybe head over to a coffee place. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think Starbucks is very expensive in Bangkok because, like, it's just that, you can get a drink as low as 150, baht or something if you take a Americano drink chilled. I mean, what I'm saying is, if you are on a like a 2 weeks stay out here in Thailand, of course, but if you're staying like long term, if you're going to be staying for a month, 2 months, 3 months, you can try out local coffee shops. Like there you can get an Americano as low as 40 Thai baht, which is like equivalent to $1. I've tried that. That's pretty nice. And of course, you have so many vending machines in Bangkok. And the biggest lifesaver, I think, would be 7-Eleven, because you can go to 7-Eleven. You can you can buy lunch. You can heat up some. You can preheat something. You can ask them to heat up some food for you. You can get some sushi rolls in 7-Eleven. You can get a big bottle of water, a liter of water. I think that's as low as 12 baht. And then of course you can get those delicious sandwiches. I think that's around 35 baht. And of course, even if you're a health conscious person, 7-Eleven is the way to go. I mean, you'll find a lot of healthy food, like a lot of healthy items as well over there. You can get your whey protein and energy drinks. So a lot of things in 7-Eleven, and it's like pretty much populated around the city. So like, after every 2 minutes, you'll come across 7-Eleven. And of course, there are no shortages of ATM machines in Bangkok. There are a lot of ATM machines. So like usually outside 7-Eleven, they do have the ATM machine. I think they have that Krungzi ATM machine, or they have the Siam ATM machine. So you can just, they accept all cards, MasterCard, Visa, so you can take out money, and of course they'll display you the balance of your account in your local currency, because, I do hold a Indian international debit card, because I'm from India, so they do show me the balance in my local currency, although I don't have a lot of balance. I didn't have a lot of balance that time when I was in Thailand. But you know what I'm saying, like it depends what kind of lifestyle you want to live. Yes, if you're going to be just living a high-end lifestyle, and if you're dating a Thai person, and if you're just going out treating her only in Western places, and just if she's just using you like a walking ATM machine, then you can kiss your travel money goodbye, because that. So you got to plan it out very strategically, meticulously, like how you want to, because yeah, I think when I was in Bangkok, like averagely on a daily basis, I would be shelling around like 700 to yeah, around 700 to 800 Thai baht per day. So I don't know about the U.S. currency exchange for that, but that's how much I would be spending around. So yeah, initially the first week it's kind of exciting. The temptations are there. You want to go to good places. You want to eat out there. You want to go to malls. You want to try out new places. But I think after 2 weeks, you start getting the flavor of the city. You start also understanding, like how the locals are eating, and then you kind of immerse yourself with that culture. And that's the beauty about Thailand. Like you can really go to any mom and pop store. You can go to any street food joint. You can enjoy a delicious satay steak, as low as like 10 baht or whatever, or maybe, and then you can push off for your dinner, at a high-end restaurant or something. So yeah, it's a mixture of all. So it depends how you want to live. So let me know your thoughts. Like, have you Are you in Bangkok right now? Are you finding it to be expensive, or are you finding it to be very affordable? And yes, there is also one point which I want to include is it also is important from where you're coming from, right? So if you're coming from like Europe, or if you're coming from North America, you may be finding it very cheap, here in Bangkok, but if you are, maybe if you're coming from a Southeast Asian country, or if you're coming from any other developing country, maybe you may find it to be a bit expensive. So that's one important point which I want to highlight. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about this. If you found this video to be informational, make sure to like this video. And if you found this video to be insightful, you can buy me a coffee. The link is down in the description below. And if you're traveling around in Southeast Asia and you want to start a successful online business, you can check out my income stream website down in the link below. So with that being said, you guys stay blessed. This was me, Sujoy. Peace out.